Hello and welcome. I'm Vincent Makori and this is Africa 54. Central African Republic's interim President Michel Djotodia has resigned. The resignations of Djotodia and his Prime Minister Nicolas Tiangaye were announced in a statement issued at a two-day summit of the Economic Community of Central African Nations in the neighboring country of Chad. Regional leaders had put pressure on Djotodia to step down after he failed to stop months of interreligious violence that has forced 1 million people from their homes, and talks to decide a new leadership will take place in Bangui at a later date as news from the summit reached the capital. Residents who had been calling for Djotodia to step down began celebrating. There was some sporadic gunfire. Djotodia was swept to power last year when a loose rebel alliance known as Seleka seized the capital. However, months of alleged abuses by his mainly Muslim rebels led to the creation of Christian defense militias and cycles of killings that left hundreds dead. France rushed hundreds of troops to support African peacekeepers last year, but violence has persisted. Now, reporter Nick Long is in CAR's capital, Bangui, and now joins us via phone. Nick, tell us more about the immediate reaction to the president's resignation.
Well, Vincent, the immediate reaction was jubilant, at least from what I could hear. There were whoops of joy, car horns blaring, and celebratory shots in the air, and this went on for a couple of hours at least. And people I spoke to were saying that the voice of the people had spoken, and they were very glad about the announcement. But now we are hearing heavy gunfire, which started up about half an hour ago, I would say, coming from the north of the city, from an area I'm told called Borab, which is a district where the supporters of the former President Francois Bozize, who was overthrown by Michel Djotodia's Seleka alliance last year, where they are concentrated. And I'm told by people who are much closer to that fighting that it's pretty heavy. The African Union-led mission MISCA has confirmed to me that they are aware that there's fighting there, although they can't specify who it's between or who started it. It may be that the Seleka, the rebel alliance which brought Djotodia to power, are expressing their discontent, or it could be that supporters of former President Bozize have taken an opportunity to flex their muscles.
Well, what is being said about the future of the country now that the two leaders are out of the way?
It's been said that the Transitional National Council, which is an interim parliament that was formed after Djotodia's coup d'etat last year, that they will be choosing an interim president who would serve until such time as elections can be organized and held. And it's also said that a number of names are going to be put to the Transitional National Council of candidates for an interim presidency. And some names that I'm hearing include a pastor, Jose Benua, who is a former, who was the Minister of Public Security in both the last government of Djotodia, the government which is still in place, and the previous government of Francois Bozize, which was overthrown last year. And he is thought to be possibly a consensual choice, somebody that people could agree on. Another name that's being put forward is of a Mr. Karim Mekassoua, who was a Minister of State in the Francois Bozize government, currently in exile, as also is Jose Benua, I think. Mekassoua is a Muslim, but never collaborated with Djotodia, and I'm told would consensual choice. And another name which has been put forward is of a General Galotti, who's a career military man who was in Djotodia's government, but well respected, is of mixed race apparently, hence the Italian name. Those are three names, and apparently there are going to be another two names, and 5 names will be put forward, and the Transitional National Council will choose from them.
Well, we definitely are going to be watching the developments there very closely. Thanks a lot, Nick. That was Nick Long joining us via phone from the Central African Republic, Bangui.